Yo, yo, what's up? You are tuned in to No Filter, where just because it ain't cute doesn't mean we putting it on mute. You feel me? And it's your one and only Diamond Girl. Yes, it is. And we are blessed to be here listening to me talk on this good No Filter Friday, okay? God has brought us all together. God, I hope He has y'all feeling real safe and secure today, because what I want to talk about is the little shorty that wasn't safe and secure during the week, apparently. I know y'all probably seen it all over social media and on the news about Miss Carlee Russell. She went missing on July 13th, and then 48 hours after that, she showed up on her parents' doorstep alone. And it's just been a lot of controversy and talk and chat going on about, was the abduction that she had went through, was it fake? Was it real? We gonna get into that today, y'all. We gonna start chatting about that. We just gonna jump right in. It ain't even gonna be a whole bunch of, introduction. It's definitely leading into what the question of the day is going to be. So let's get into it. For those of you that don't know, Carlee Russell is a 25-year-old from Alabama that was quote unquote abducted on July 13th. She seen a toddler about age 3 or 4 walking on the interstate. She slowly followed behind the child, she said, for the length of 6 football fields, which is crazy work because, I just think 3 to 4 year old is walking, 6 football fields without having some type of breakdown or nothing like that is a little crazy, a little fishy to me. But anyway, let me finish telling y'all the story. She followed the kid. She decided to call the police. She does have a 911 call, which I am going to share with you guys. And when she got out her ride to check on the child, apparently she was snatched up. It's a whole big detailed thing that she said happened to her when she got snatched, and her experience over those few days and that little bit of time that she was missing. We just gonna get into it because I really want to know how everyone is feeling about the situation. I'm just going to pose my question of the day up for you guys right now. The question of the day is, do you think the whole Carlee Russell abduction was fake? Do you believe it was real? Was it fake? Or, what's going on with it? I just want to know everyone's thoughts on this whole Carlee Russell situation. But let's jump into it for real. So, like I said, she went missing, and the 911 call, which I'm getting ready to play for y'all right now, so listen up.
Hi, I am on Interstate 459, and there's just a kid just walking by themselves. I'm like, oh, where am I supposed to hurry? I'm right next to the exit 10 by the Silver Bank, like you get off by the Silver Bank. Okay, so you're before the exit? Yes. Okay, were you headed southbound or northbound? Okay, towards Tuscaloosa or towards 280? Towards Tuscaloosa. Okay, and was the child on the left or right side? On the right side. Were they walking northbound or southbound? They're walking towards Tuscaloosa. Walking southbound? Or how old they look? Like a top, maybe 3 or 4. Did you pull over with them? Are you still with them? Yes. Okay, are you with the child right now? No, I'm not. I didn't get out of the car. I can see them though. But do you mind staying and keeping an eye on them until we get there? Yeah, sure, yeah. Okay, what kind of car are you in? I'm in a red Mercedes Benz. Is it a sedan or SUV? SUV. I mean, it's a sedan. Sorry. Can you put your hazards on for me? Yeah, they're on. Okay. Did you talk to the child at all, or did you say anything to them? No. Okay. No. Do they look like they're injured? No, they don't. Are they white, black, Hispanic, or Asian? They're white. Okay. Is it male or female? I think it's a boy, a little boy. White male? Okay. So is he wearing clothes? Yes. Okay. What is he wearing? It's a white t-shirt, and it doesn't look like he has any pants on. It looks like a diaper. find it anywhere. Okay. All right. What's your name? My name is Carlee Russell. And you don't see any injuries on the shot from where you're at, correct? No. But I can't really see that I did. Okay. Try to keep an eye on them for the best you can, because I don't want you to lose track of them. Okay. All right. And do you have shoes on? No. Not that I can see. I can't really see that one. Okay. All right. I've got them on the way, okay? Just try to keep an eye on them, but officers are on the way, okay? Okay, thanks. Thank you. Okay, bye.
All right, y'all. So that was the 911 call, and that's courtesy of the Shade Room. That's where I got that from. Okay, so her 911 call, it definitely sounded, to me, it sounded like, okay, it could be a normal 911 call. So I don't even think, I wouldn't have thought much of it from that. It was very much normal to me. She was describing, the child that she sees. She said where she saw the child. She gave, description of her car and everything. She had her hazards on. She said she was going to follow the child. Everything that would sound pretty normal if you ask me, if you make the 911 call about a child that you see that is walking on the side of the highway, the interstate. There's no other thing I can kind of say about that. Her 911 call did sound pretty fine to me. What she did say happened after that was she was snatched by a man that came out the bushes when she got out the car to check on the child. So I am going to actually insert what Hoover police have put out as statements and what they said about it. I'm not going to add that until after I'm done discussing Carlee a little bit more. The statement that the police did put out, though, after she returned home in 48 hours was upon the missing person, Carlee Russell, the Hoover Police Department is releasing additional information on the safe return of Carlee Russell. Since the time of the 911 call, which was at 9:34 p.m. on July 13, 2023, the Hoover Police have expended every available resource into locating Carlee, and we celebrate the Russell family on her safe return approximately at 10:44 p.m. on July 15th. The following information are facts we have been able to determine at this point in the investigation. We are still gathering and evaluating evidence in this case. Carlee left work from a business at the Summit in Birmingham at approximately 8:20 p.m. She ordered food from a nearby business at the Colonnade and traveled there. We have worked to retrace all of her actions from the time she left the Colonnade until she called 911 and are well on our way to completing the task. At this point in the investigation, we have not been able to locate anyone with Carlee from the time she left the Colonnade until the 911 call was made. Carlee communicated on her cell phone with individuals known to her while on her path of travel up until the point of calling 911 at 9:34 p.m. The conversation with the 911 operator ended and Carlee called a relative. She went missing during that conversation sometime after 9:36 p.m. After telling both the 911 operator and the relative she had seen a male toddler in a diaper on the side of I-459 and was stopping to check on him. The traffic camera footage was obtained, which depicted this portion, the incident, and that footage is still being analyzed as part of the investigation in conjunction with the 911 call to accurately determine the time frame. Carlee's 911 call remains the only timely report of a child on the interstate. Hoover police officers arrived on the scene within 5 minutes of being dispatched, and several other officers arrived shortly behind. They located Carlee's wig, cell phone, and purse on the roadway near her vehicle, and Carlee's Apple Watch was in her purse. Investigators with the Crime Against Persons Unit were notified, and the investigation immediately began, earnest with numerous leads being followed. Many local, state, and federal agencies immediately offered assistance and provided personnel and other resources to the investigation. No stone was left unturned, and the investigation continued throughout the week. At 10:44 p.m. on July 15th, the Hoover 911 center received a call from Carlee's residence that she had returned home on foot. Hoover police and fire responded to the residence where Carlee was located. She was immediately transported by the Hoover Fire Department to UAB Hospital to be evaluated and was treated and released. Detectives responded to the residence and to UAB to take an initial statement from Carlee. The details of that statement are a part of an ongoing investigation which is expected to continue over the next few days. During the initial portion of the investigation, detectives were able to retrace nearly all of Carlee's steps until the point where she went missing and are confident that will continue to be the case. Our police department continues to be extremely grateful for the outpouring of support from the Hoover community and beyond, and all of the assistance provided by our law enforcement partners, which are too numerous to name. We rejoice with the Russell family as they continue to rest and recover from the situation and ask for their wishes to be respected regarding their privacy. This release contains all of the information that the Hoover Police Department is able to release at this time. As we continue to investigate, we will release information that is determined to be factual and pertinent to the public. When a press conference is scheduled, we will provide advance notice to the date, time, and location. All right, y'all. So after Hoover Police put out that statement, they then turned around and also put out that before her disappearance, Carlee Russell's search history read, taking money from a register without being caught, a one-way bus ticket, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? And she also searched up the film Taken, which is very funny because you know how Black Twitter is, y'all. And they went back and found that Carlee also posted up on her Twitter, Taken 2 is my movie. So this is just a lot. And she tweeted that back in 2013, yeah, but it's just real fishy. It's starting to have things not add up to me. It just seems like it's a lot that's starting to fold, and it's really just a lot. I am going to let y'all down here what they said Carlee told the police officers about her experience, like what happened. So just listen up to that real quick, y'all.
During the statement, she told detectives that while traveling down the interstate, she saw a baby walking down the side of the road and called 911. She stated when she got out of her vehicle to check on the child, a man came out of the trees and mumbled that he was checking on the baby. She claimed that the man then picked her up and she screamed. She stated he then made her go over a fence. She claims he then forced her into a car, and the next thing she remembers is being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler. She stated the male was with a female. However, she never saw the female, only hearing her voice. She also told detectives she could hear a baby crying. She told detectives the male had orange hair with a big bald spot on the back. She said she was able to escape the 18-wheeler and fled on foot, only to be captured again and then was put in a car. She claimed she was then blindfolded but was not tied up because the captor said they did not want to leave impressions on her wrists. She said that they made her get undressed. She believes they took pictures of her, but she does not remember them having any physical or sexual contact. She stated the next day she woke up and was fed cheese crackers by the female. She said the woman also played with her hair, but could not remember anything else. At some point, she was put back in a vehicle she claims was able to escape while it was in the West Hoover area. She told detectives she ran through lots of woods until she came out near her residence. During this interview, detectives noted that Carlee had a small injury to her lip, and she claimed that her head was hurting. She also had a tear in her shirt. Detectives also noted that she had $107 cash in her right sock. Out of respect for Carlee and her family, detectives did not press for additional information in this interview and made plans to speak with her in detail in her time to rest. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term, "you have to pay for an Amber Alert were searched. On July 13th, at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, how to take money from a register without being caught, was searched. On July 13th, at 2:13 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term, Birmingham Bus Station, was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Carlee's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert. There were other searches on Carlee's phone that appeared to shed some light on her mindset, but out of respect for her privacy.
So that's where the clip ended. Again, that was courtesy of the Shade Room, and that was what Carlee told Hoover PD, as well as what the Hoover PD and the Secret Service and a lot of other different like policing sources and outputs were able to gather were Carlee's searches and search histories and phone histories up until her being abducted. We're going to talk some more about this because as y'all can see, it's starting to get a little warm, you know, and I want to know how y'all feel about this. So if you are listening to this with me live, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you drop it in the comments because y'all know I'm always chatting with y'all down in these comments. I want to know how y'all feel about this whole Carlee Russell abduction thing that's going on. And also, if you are listening to this after the official broadcast of it, I want you guys to talk to me in my DM, talk to me on my story at @DiamondGurl with 2 L's, at nofilterthewebshow on Instagram. That's both of the pages that I have a little question box posted up in my story about it. But hey, if y'all even watching this after the story post has expired, talk to me in my DMs. Just send me a message and tell me, you know, hey, I heard the podcast and I want to put my info in. I want to put my words out. Or like I said again, comment. Even if it's after the podcast has been broadcast, comment down below. I love to hear from you guys. I love to chat with me. But we're going to get more into Carlee when we get back after Kaylee and Marie's.
Shake, and then you go.
When we link up, I feel nice. 42 nights. And the only time we fight is when you say, baby, slow it down, slow it down. Touch your heel and throw it down. I feel good. I might stay around, slow it down. Touch the ground. When you feel good, dance around. They keep throwing bands around.
1, 2, check, check.
But I don't wanna feel misunderstood. We could dance, but I'm not yours, I could. I'm the type who never gives a chance. Usually I'm home, but tonight I'm an introvert, but that's alright. I'm a homebody, but for the night, maybe I should stay and take a risk. Usually I'm home, but tonight, persuasive, persuasive. You get in my head like a day shift. You made it your job obligation. You keep going hard just for me to stay. Let me slow it down, slow it down. Touch your heel and throw it down. I feel good. I might stay around, slow it down. Touch the ground. When you feel good, dance around. They keep throwing bands around. But I don't wanna feel misunderstood. We could dance, but I'm not yours, I could. I'm the type who never gives a chance. Usually I'm home, but tonight I'm an introvert, but that's alright. I'm a homebody, but for the night, maybe I should stay and take a risk. Usually I'm home, but slow it down, slow it down. Touch your heel and throw it down. Slow it down, slow it down. Touch it down, slow it down. Touch the ground. When you feel good, dance around.
Welcome back to No Filter. And if you're just now tuning in, we've been talking about the Carlee Russell situation. If you don't know about Carlee Russell, it's been all over social media. She was abducted in Alabama on July 13th and then returned back home to her parents' residence on July 15th. And a lot of people are just like, did this girl fake, the whole thing? Was it real? Or what's going on? So I just feel like it's too many things not adding up for me. Like, it's too much that seem like it's going on. Like, it's just stuff that don't sound right. And it's just getting me. So I do want to read what her boyfriend put out in reference to Carlee returning home after being abducted and everything of the sorts. So he was like, I don't even know how to start this post off, but only to say thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for saving my girlfriend's life. Also, thank you to everyone who shared a picture, came out to the Hoover Met to help us with search parties, and who went and proceeded to tell other people about Carlee to bring more awareness to her story. I have been going nonstop since I received the call that she was missing on Thursday night. I know she would have done the same for me, so I wasn't going to give up until I saw her face again. I was straight tunnel vision. Even when I would get on social media on my downtime and see some of the false allegations and assumptions about me having something to do with her abduction, it would have me discouraged at times. But I didn't give up, and I kept my faith. I just want to say thank you to all my family, friends, former teammates, and church members who called or texted me just to let me know that they were praying and were here for me. You guys don't know how much that meant to me. All I ask from everyone right now is to be respectful of Carlee's situation. She was literally fighting for her life for 48 hours. So until she's physically and mentally able and stable, again, she is not able to give any updates or whereabouts on her kidnappers at this very moment. I also want to thank people on social media who has been understanding and respectful about what she's been through in these past few days. Once again, I can't thank you guys enough for helping us bring Carlee home. God bless you all. So, his post was very genuine to me. I feel like his post gave very much, I have nothing to do with it. Like, I had nothing to do with it. Like, that's all I can say. And I hate to chuckle and laugh, but I really low-key do feel like this girl, might have just been looking for attention. And it's a shame because when I heard that she was abducted and they had a kid on the side of the road and that's how she got abducted and all of the sorts, I immediately was like, human sex trafficking. Like, this is human trafficking. That's what's going on. And this gotta get handled. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is why we gotta search for our people. We gotta make sure they're good. Like, this is wild. But, it just seems like as more information is put out and as more things is pieced together and her search history and, there was no child found anywhere. Whereas that, I feel like that's the only thing that I really can say, like, don't have nothing to do with it, because the traffickers could have the child. And y'all are looking like, oh, we ain't see no child nowhere and this and the third. The traffickers could have the child. They train these children and the other teens and adults and stuff like that they have, because we've seen this happen on the movies and stuff. Granted, movies is movies, but still, we've seen it. They be training them to, like, lure the other people in. You get what I'm saying? So we don't know, like, the traffickers could have the child if it comes out like that this was actually real or whatever the case may be. But I do also want to read a statement that was made by Carlee's mother with her returning home. She said, "Great morning. My husband and I want to make this statement again as we did last night. It's nothing more to add or take away from how we're feeling right now. God is faithful and He has answered our prayers. We are so grateful to each of you for all the acts of kindness, generosity, and compassion you have shown. Our baby is safe. Thank you, Father God. We do want to ask for privacy at this time to allow us to just love on our daughter and each other with our closest friends and family. Also, please consider the fact that we have not slept for 3 nights, and we are mentally and physically exhausted. To our media friends, I promise we will speak with you and give a general statement in the near future, as this is an ongoing investigation. We consider the media outlets that have cared enough to share this story, law enforcement agencies, special investigators, city leaders to be our friends, and we will be respectful of all. For everyone that has messaged or called to rejoice with us, we are so grateful for your concern. Just as we made a commitment to not entertain negative thoughts during the time our daughter was missing, we surely will not entertain negative thoughts and statements, unvalidated opinions, or sheer ignorance at such a joyous time. We pray that those that doubt God's power, miracles, and the power of faith will be encouraged to draw closer to Him and learn the power of positive affirmations and unwavering faith. We love each of you and are eternally indebted for your support and love. Be blessed. The Russells. All right, so that was a post that Carlee's mom put up. That seemed very genuine too. But then they went on an interview, her parents, and was all like, oh, we can't speak of it. We can't put out no whereabouts of the kidnappers and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know, because, knock on wood, the closest wood I can find. God forbid, if that was me in this situation, I just feel like I would be trying to bring some type of awareness to it. Like, yes, this was sex trafficking. Yes, this was some crazy ass killer, whatever the case may be, that abducted my daughter. And this is a problem. Like, all y'all be safe. What dudes say back in the day? Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husband too, because they trying to kidnap everybody out here. Like, that's what I would have been putting out. I'm sorry, because I wouldn't want to see this happen to anyone else. Like, and granted, I get it. Like, they're looking for their privacy right now, and they're trying to be, like, just love on their daughter. And yes, nothing is impossible, especially when you believe in God. I don't know how my viewers feel about God, or like, my listeners, which our religion is, or whatever the case may be. But as for me, and as for my house, we worship that one up there, God Almighty, Jesus Christ. We all about it. So it's like, you never say never. And with the power of prayer and the power of faith, God gonna see us through. God gonna make things shake and move. You feel me? So it's just like, I get what they're saying. However, things just seem a little fishy. For all we know, Carlee could have had everybody on the outside. Like, she could have not told her parents. She could have not told her boyfriend what she planned on doing. But it just seems like everything seems real crazy, how you looking up stuff about abductions and you looking up a bus ticket that you really wanted to get and how to steal money out of a register and stuff like that right before you get abducted. Like, it's just a little weird. And then, I'm going to play clips from the Hoover PD Police Department again, courtesy of the Shade Room. That is where I'm finding these clips at. Y'all know the Shade Room be on it. Anyway, I'm going to play some more clips from, I believe it's the chief of the police in Hoover, that, it was kind of some of the answers that they were answering at the press conference, but also kind of like how he feel about it. And some of the stuff that he was saying, I just totally agree. So I feel like I got to play that for y'all. And we definitely are going to get into that. But before we do, didn't the Barbie movie come out today, guys? I believe it did. So, in homage to my Barbie girls around the world and the Barbie movie coming out today, I got a little bit of Barbie Girl by Made in Pink.
Barbie, let's go party. What you looking for, a friend too? All bad bitch need bundles, wanna get slayed like Tay did it. Yeah, I seen Jer wigs, but I hated it. Long 613, body waving it. Everything pretty, everything pink. And I've been plugged in, what a bitch thing. Slim waist, long hair, these real me. Talk nice to me, step into the big pink. Everything giving what it's supposed to give. New styles every day, just a post a pic. Go crazy. Wanna talk hair, must pay me. Shake good like I never had a baby. Hair crack like it came out the 80s. Switch round play sound like that. For a reinstall, won't right back. Go crazy, work hard, ain't never been lazy. Talking hate, ain't cheap, just pay me. I'm wavy, go crazy, work hard, ain't never been lazy. Talking hate, ain't cheap, just pay me. I'm wavy. I'm a Barbie girl, I'm nothing like you girls. Bust down 30, I'm straight, my shit ain't curly. You bitches is a real minimum and I'm real, and I don't care. Get some PNP here, come get your man. He's thirsty and it's clear. Girl, what's not fair? Could never compare. And if you back her, get her some golden grabber. Me use a capper, that's a photo and grab her. I'm not a rapper, I get the bag and stack up. Keep me a backup. You niggas actors, wish you could pass her, but you gon' need a ladder. My bitch is badder, no cap, our pockets fatter. What you looking for, a friend too? All bad bitch need bundles, wanna get slayed like Tay did it. Yeah, I seen Dre wigs, but I hated it. Long 613, body waving it. Everything pretty, everything pink. And I been plugged in with a bitch thing. Slim waist, long hair, these real me.
And we're back on No Filter, and we're still talking about Carlee Russell. That's basically everything we're going to be talking about today on the show. Again, I want to hear from y'all in reference to this whole Carlee Russell situation. So make sure y'all talking to me in the comments if you tuned in live. Thank you for tuning in. I love y'all. Talk to me down in the comments. Chat with me. I'm down there with y'all. If you are listening to this after it has premiered, please still drop a comment. I want to hear what y'all have to say. As well as right after the show, I do have in my story on Instagram on @datdiamondgurl with 2 L's, that's datdiamondgurl, and @nofilterthewebshow, a post where you guys can really chat with me and tell me what you guys think about the whole Carlee Russell situation. And you can also hit my DM and talk to me. So even if the post is gone, you're listening to this like a day or so later, talk to me in my DMs, chat with me. I want to know how y'all feel about all this. So, what I said we was going to hear now is clips from the press conference again. And it's what the Hoover police is saying in reference to questions that were given to them by the people that were in the conference. So the first thing you're going to hear is about no sign of the kidnapper grabbing Carlee, but the FBI is like reviewing the footage real closely. Then you're also going to hear a little bit about would there be any charges brought up against Carlee if this is all fake. And then you're also going to hear basically what Hoover PD's chief of police, because that's who I believe this was that did the press conference, the chief of police, how he feels kind of about the situation. You kind of hear him say a little bit of how he feels, but it's really just a continuation on answering all the questions that are asked by the people in the press conference, like the interviewers, different things of the sorts. So we're going to jump into those recordings right now.
Technology to enhance that video from 459, and did you see a man grab her?
We did not see, from what we can tell, we don't see anybody on the interstate other than her car and then someone getting out of her driver's side. We have sent that off to the FBI for enhancement. It has not been returned.
AceSpade charges will be forthcoming towards Carlee Russell, and how serious of a crime is it to not only fabricate a 911 call, but to lie to law enforcement during an investigation?
Well, again, that's not something that we're going to discuss as we're going through the civil investigation. But, people have to understand that when someone says something like this, we put every available resource. Everybody comes together from, like I say, state, local, federal. It's just a lot of work, and the gentleman earlier said frustrated. I mean, it is a little frustrating to think that all this has been done and we can't find anything out.
Did anyone see her calling it from the side of the road when she made that 911 call?
Not to my knowledge.
AceSpade.
Carlee was on the phone 911. She was traveling 6 football fields, which tells you what?
Which tells me that I've had kids, and I'm sure a lot of people here have, and it's very, very, again, she said it, and I'm not saying it couldn't happen because I've always been one of these guys, never say never, but 6 football fields. I like athletics. I like football. 6 football fields. To think that a toddler, barefoot, that could be 3 or 4 years old, is going to travel 6 football fields without getting in the roadway, without crying, without any just moving down. It's just very hard for me to understand.
And Chief, it's hard for me to understand as well. I'm not gonna act like it's not. I think this right here. Listening to those clips, y'all. First of all, they mentioned the 6 football fields, like I mentioned to y'all in the beginning. That Carlee said she traveled, or maybe they were able to like GPS track to see that she traveled. That is crazy, okay? And I have a child. Y'all know I have a child. I think it's crazy to think or believe that a 3-4-year-old toddler is not going to be crying while they're walking outside barefooted, right? And not only cry while they're walking outside barefooted, not drift into the traffic at any point. Like, children are very much, like, I don't even know how to say it. Like, they're just very much like, they don't, like, they pay attention, but they don't be paying attention. So it's like, and they're very like, immature and like not developed all the way yet because they're 3-4 years old. So yeah, you could tell a child like, don't walk into traffic, watch which way you're going 5 million times, but they still going, they're going to do what they do. So I just look at it like, the fact that the child didn't start walking up to her car, trying to run, or, start crying, screaming and crying, didn't stop and just start screaming and crying, didn't fall out on the ground, nothing like that is a little odd. Also, he did mention that they're not going to talk about no charges at this time because it is still an ongoing investigation, but I would believe that some big charges would be brought up against Honey Boo. Like, all this, and like they exhausted some resources. Like, they said the Secret Service was in on this. Like, that's a lot. The Secret Service? Y'all, come on. I bet you this girl is probably looking like, if it was fake, she's like, ooh, shouldn't have did that. Yeah, you shouldn't, because your whole, everything is over. Like, that's crazy. Now, they also said they couldn't see like a kidnapper grab her or whatever the case may be, but you got to remember also the cameras are up like high or whatever the case may be. So they said they had sent them off to, I think they said like the FBI or something like that, to try to enhance the footage so they could see, because like I said, the cameras are up like real high on the interstate. So it's like they can't necessarily see that probably with like the natural eye, so we can't really rule that out yet. But I just think it's real funny and crazy how it's like so many things that are like lining up and going together that just aren't matching. Like, come on, y'all. Like, why ain't nobody else call and report this child? Like, why ain't nobody else say they seen a child on the side of the road? Like, if it's an interstate, right? I'm sure it's a lot of, like, not a lot of traffic because it was at night, but a lot of cars going past on the interstate. So everybody's running past. Oh my God, look at that kid. Oh my gosh, it's a baby. Oh no, I wonder where their parents at. Like, no, everybody's not doing that. And even if they don't stop, they're calling 911. Like, we not going to act like everybody was driving past just not seeing this baby ain't saying nothing. Like, I just think that's a little odd to me. And then what I also think is a little odd is that, again, you didn't try to like grab the child, or like, I don't know, like, I know it's like every man for himself. She's trying to worry about herself and get out, but I just like, yeah, where's the baby? Like, it's just, again, like I said, like, by all means, the traffickers, the kidnappers, or whoever could have the kid. The kid could belong to them for all we know. But, and like he said, never say never, because I'm a firm believer in that too. As soon as you be trying to, that couldn't happen, no, it could. It very much so could happen. So that's why it's so crazy. But I just would hope that this girl ain't fake all this. Like, it's just a lot. And I'm hoping she didn't fake none of this. Something else that a lot of people have been saying is like, if this is fake, nobody's going to look for black women again. Nobody's going to look for black people at all anymore, which is really something because they really put a lot into this. looking for her. And another question I want to pose to you guys is that do you guys think that they really put a lot of effort into looking for her because she said it was a little white boy that was walking on the side of the road? A little white toddler? Do y'all think that might be why a lot of like force and effort was put into this? Because we're not gonna act like they don't pay attention when it's black people a lot of the time. We're not gonna act like they don't pay attention because they don't. But it's just real, like, it's just something to me. Like, maybe it got so much cover because they was trying to see, oh, they're gonna find the little white boy too. But why was something put out about Carlee being abducted and Carlee being missing as well? Like, this is what I want to say. Like, why was something put out about her missing, but ain't nobody report their child missing? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot that I feel like is going into this. It's just awkward to me. Like, it's real weird. So I don't know. It's too much for me. I did get a write-in from one of our loyal listeners to the podcast every week, Artasia.Chartel on Instagram. She said the Carlee Russell situation is super crazy. She wanted attention from her family or her boyfriend, and it backfired in the worst way. She went entirely too far. That's the thing about lying. The details will always get a person caught up. And I definitely agree with Martasia on this. Like, if it is, put out that she's really lying, like, the amount of trouble Carlee is in is crazy work. Like, we're not gonna act like we ain't all watched a little Law and Order, little something. What's that little old joint from back in the day? I can't even remember it right now. But we've all watched these type of law shows, and then also is very common sense. She's gonna get some time for that. Like, she's gonna get in big trouble, and a judge ain't gonna go nice on her. Like, we're not gonna act like the judge gonna go nice. Like, she's gonna get in big trouble, and I feel like it just really makes it look bad on our African American community, because it's like, they already don't care about us out here. We're not gonna act like they care, because they don't. They already don't care about us out here. But the fact that they did all this to try to find you, girl, and you are possibly lying, like, you were possibly lying, this was all possibly a setup, this was fake, is crazy work. Like, you better have just went as far as having somebody really kidnap you, is kidnappers involved or something like that, and then they don't get caught. Or they willing to do some time so they get caught. Like, you paid them enough money. Like, this is crazy. We're not going to act like, yo. I've been talking about this all week. And it's just like, it's really just baffling to me, this whole situation. Like, it's just doing something to me, because it's just like, girl, if you are lying, why? Like, the attention that you needed could not have been that serious. And if it was, you need to go talk to your mama, you need to go talk to your daddy, and you need to, get right with God, talk to your boyfriend, and just get right, because that's not something to play with. Your life, like, it's people out here that really have not been found. It's people out here that's really losing their lives. Like, I'm trying not to get emotional with y'all, but it's heartbreaking, because it's people that never come home to their families. So if this was a joke, if this was something that just grab attention, a prank, or whatever the case may be, like, you really need to be ashamed of yourself, Carlee, and you really need to pray, because that is not cool at all. And you're lucky that nobody really was on the side of the interstate and snatched you up. Like, for real. Like, you're really lucky. You need to thank God for real. If this was fake, you really need to be on your hands and knees praying to God, thanking Him for nobody really being out there and snatching your ass. And not only that, praying and thanking God that, so many people actually came together to care about you, but you also need to be praying for your safety and coverage over you, and for God's forgiveness, because, baby, it ain't gonna be sweet. Like, it ain't gonna be sweet if this is a lie. Like, everybody gonna be mad. Like, everybody's gonna be mad. Everybody, when you go to jail, gonna be mad. Like, we not gonna act like this is gonna be crazy. So you need to really pray. That's my message for Carlee. A lot of people also reacted to the details about Carlee after the press conference. You know how Twitter, y'all. Like I said, Black Twitter is undefeated. Somebody put up that post of Ari Lennox when she was just like, "Oh, I'm just appalled. Like, really? Like, what?" And it was like, Carlee Russell, I. So then somebody else said, "I'm never going to regret believing a black woman was missing. I have tremendous grace for us because the world usually doesn't. So I hope and pray Carlee Russell gets the help that she seems to need because that was a lie." And that's something that I'm praying for too. I hope that Carlee gets the help that she needed because obviously it must be something not right. Something's going wrong in order to fake this if it was fake. Because, of course, it still was not ruled out that it was fake. So we don't want to say that anything is fake that could be possibly real because things could happen. Like, this girl could have really just fought for her life and got away by the grace of God. So we not going to act like, yeah, it was fake, but it's just things ain't adding up, baby. Then somebody said, the way this Carlee Russell situation got me so mad right now, the fact that she lied, meanwhile, there are so much, I believe they meant to say, there are so many innocent black women that are still missing. And they put a little meme with that as well. Then somebody else said, Carlee Russell still in the cash register to pay money for the Amber Alert. And it's this dude. It's not funny, y'all. But it's this dude. He's getting ready to put money into the tip jar. He throws it in and he snatches the bowl and runs. And then the little security guard is running after him. I am going to share the thread of these on my story at DatDiamondGurl with 2 L's and at nofilterthewebshow so you guys can see all of these. And these are all courtesy of the Shade Room. Again, all the clips that I played today are from the Shade Room, and the tweets I'm reading are from the Shade Room. Somebody else said, I watched the press conference. It all makes me sad. I'm praying Carlee and her family heal from this and are able to move forward healthy and whole. I will never apologize for believing and advocating for black girls and women, and I will do it every chance I get. And that is something else I agree with too. Every time somebody black, a black woman, a black man, a black boy, a black girl goes missing, I will advocate. I will stand up. I will share that post. I don't care. However, we can't agree for the same for everybody else out here because they're going to think that, black people is lying if it comes out that Carlee was lying. Then somebody put up that very known meme of B. Simone and Pretty V laughing hysterically, and they said Carlee Russell told her parents the abductors fed her Cheez-Its all weekend and painted her nails. The news said she stopped at Target to get snacks. Unbelievable. And the person said me and nail polish because it's like, yo, what? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy work. Ain't no way. And then one other person did also call her Carlee Smollett. You're going to jail. And it's a meme of, what's her name, Carly Red, when she got the paper. I guess this was on Love and Hip Hop, and she's like, it's lies. I got the lies. And somebody else put up a meme. Is this lady? She's on one of them court shows. It says Carlee Russell when she found out her disappearance made national headlines. Yes, y'all. Again, I will have all these posted so you can really see the pictures because they are hilarious. Then somebody said, so about Carlee Russell, most people who are kidnapped do not lie about it. So saying shit like this makes it harder for people that are missing. Is a lie. So y'all are using this story as a gotcha, but we still need to do more to locate missing black women. That's much is still true, which is, it is very much true still. And then somebody put up and was like, everybody after Carlee Russell's press conference, the Carlee Russell press conference, and it's JT and the music video of her with the City Girls and Fabio Foreign, and she's like, you gotta pay for this. So y'all, like I said, Black Twitter is undefeated. It's hilarious. I will have it shared on that DiamondGurl. That's datdiamondgurl and at nofilterthewebshow. But again, like, if this whole Carlee Russell situation is fake, I just pray that this girl gets some type of healing or some type of help, and don't go easy on her. I'm sorry, like, to the judges, like, don't go easy on her. She deserves to serve time for this. It's not right. That was not right. Not at all. And I will continue to pray for all my black brothers and sisters, all my brothers and sisters out there, because this is not something, you know, you would even wish on your worst enemy. I just pray that we all stay covered under the blood of Christ, and He watches over all of us. And, you know, just hug your family, hug your loved ones tight, because it's just like things in this world, just like you never know. Like I always say, you only get one chance at this thing called life. So it's like you just gotta be safe, play things safe, and just love on one another. You know, patch up things that you got going on, because you never know. All right. So again, in honor of the Barbie movie, I have another song by Rel G's called Gangsta Barbie. I'm getting ready to play that for y'all. But I do want y'all to know one thing. I'm not a Barbie, I'm a brat. So, period. But guys, it has been real. I love y'all. Stay blessed. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and a great week. And I will talk to y'all Friday again. You know, No Filter Fridays. We'll be right back. Make sure y'all chat with me. Like I said, chat with me in the comments. Chat with me in my DM. Chat with me in my story at DiamondGurl with 2 L's. At No Filter the Web Show. I am Diamond Girl, and remember, you only get one chance at this thing called life, so keep it no filter. Peace.
Turn that off. Young and I'm pretty and ratchet. I got that energy, come try to match it. Bitches get guns and they flash it. I get a gun if it come out the bag, I'm a blast. He like that I'm bougie and bitchy, I love that he gangsta and walk with a blicky. Tuck it right in my purse, yeah, I'm risky, I'm gangsta and Barbie like Carlee and Nicki. How you everything dead and you run from the eye? Like all the capping gotta stop. And I'm ready to fly, keep me a beam on the night. He gon' run, not trip, he gon' drive. Like we make it lit in the spot. Everybody on go and we always on high. Not get back gang cause we never been guys. You speaking on me and you bitches is shy. Like I don't respond on the net. You catch me in person, get put on your neck. The gang with me, we all seeing red. Like I'm really retarded, not right in the head. No rules in this shit. Don't care if you a bitch, you can still get hit. Almost every lit nigga done been on my dick. Don't care if you rich, I'm really that bitch, like suck my dick. Young and I'm pretty and ratchet. I got that energy, come try to match it. Bitches get guns and they flash it. I get a gun if it come out the bag, I'm a blast. He like that I'm bougie and bitchy, I love that he gangsta and walk with a blicky. Tuck it right in my purse, yeah, I'm risky, I'm gangsta and Barbie like Carlee and Nicki. And I don't got a name drop to be lit. I'm the talk of the town, been on that shit. All of you papers be sucking my dick. Please don't like, please don't get hit. Cause I'm here, where you at? Came with a gun, but I'm with it a scrap. 2 tack, never lag. Oh, she on how she get put in the pack. I'm a pretty little bitch, but I come from the jet. And the bitch getting shot, she think she can stack. How many niggas they know I'm a flag? The prettiest in me, you know what I read. He ran, got hit. Get back, king, you ain't never did shit. I'm the queen of my city, they mad that I'm lit. Number 1 in New York, like suck my dick, bitch. Young and I'm pretty and ratchet. I got that energy, come try to match it. Bitches get guns and they flash it. I get a gun if it come out the bag, I'm a blast. He like that I'm bougie and bitchy, I love that he gangsta and walk with a blicky. Tuck it right in my purse, yeah, I'm risky, I'm gangsta and Barbie like Carlee and Nicki. Young and I'm pretty and ratchet. I got that energy, come try to match it. Bitches get guns and they flash it. I get a gun if it come out the bag, I'm a blast. He like that I'm bougie and bitchy, I love that